Hello, everybody. Welcome to Z's Game Corner. No hacks, no cheat, just smart play and hard work. Make it happen. And today, we are hopping into the city of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia and taking a more in-depth look at how these raids actually work. Been doing a tons of raids and loving it. But there's a few things I think everybody should know. Uh, for starting off with the parameters, how much damage you're actually doing to the boss. So, as you know, the raids are separated in three different difficulties, which is, the Expert Co-op, the EX Co-op, and the Cosmos Co-op. And that has an effect on your score. The biggest damage I've seen is 200k to the boss, and that's from Cosmos Co-op. So the difficulty of the mission determines on how much damage you actually do. And then, if you actually defeat the boss, that adds a multiplier. I've never not defeated the boss, so I don't know how much that gets cut by if you don't defeat him. But yeah, it's one of those things where just kill the boss and you don't have to worry about the damage dealt to boss or raid boss thing. Boost bonus, that's how many boosted characters are used. I've seen a multiplier of 4 times up to that. And mission score, this is what's really picking me off, is just seeing people sitting there, waste turns, not healing, leaving moves on the table, and you end up getting a lower score for it. I think if you're in the Cosmos Co-op, as long as you get them, killing them in under 30 turns and under, you will attain that max score or the max damage of 200,000. Anything over that, it starts going down. So 30 turns, people. 30 turns. I don't think we need to get into the Cosmos thing. Secret characters, blah blah blah. Here we go. Individual event mission details. This is pouring over this pretty extensively. I think my high crystal count might be a little off, but I counted a total of 205 high crystals for each color that is available during this raid event. But as you can see here, as you inflict damage onto the boss or raid boss, you get more rewards. And as you see, if your first Cosmos Co-op hits for 200k, you got everything we just scrolled past. That's the point. After that, they get a little bit more spread out. I do believe the most damage or the reward stopped at 4 million, if I remember correctly. And yeah, and from what is it, from 2 million on? Yeah, from 2 million on, it's nothing but armor tokens. Look at all those armor tokens. They do, 2 armor tokens for every 200,000 damage you do to the boss from 2 million on. And I'm at about 3 million damage myself right now, so I'm running out of rewards to collect from this. Additionally, there's daily missions. So every day you gotta do 50,000 damage to the boss and clear him 2 times. And the 50,000 damage and 1-time clears, it's just high shards, bloom fragments. It seems like they're giving us a crap ton of bloom fragments, more than we'll be able to use. I hope there's no max on us, because this is gonna get real difficult. Trying to keep bloom fragments in check. But you do want to clear it twice every day, so you get 5 high crystals of each color every day for the first 5 days. I do believe it says, yeah, each day for the first 5 days. So that's additional 25 high crystals there. And then the collaborative missions, which if you're following me on Discord, I posted something about this other day. I think we're at 30 raid boss defeats, 29, something like that. And as you can see, the rewards keep going. I think we got to beat them a total of 50 times as a community. Oh no, yeah, total of 50 times. And you see all the rewards there. Nothing fancy, just high shards. Who's really caring about those at this point? Unless you're just starting, get those high shards. I mean, even if you are just starting, you don't have to do much. Just sit and wait. Everybody will get this reward. And like I said, we're already at 30 in 3 days, 2.5 days, something like that. So no worries there. I have no issues or no doubts that we won't reach 50 raid boss kills as a group. Now, boosted character event mission details. This is what I was talking about. You get high crystals for clears with each one of the boosted characters, and as it stands, there's only 2 left, and we're very close to finish them out. And those 2 characters are Cater and Ida. So if you got a good one, start using them. I mean, I was doing a expert co-op quest on my soon-to-be stepson's phone because he's getting into it. You know, he's away for us for a week and he can't play this at his other location. You know, so I'm just doing like event quests for him and stuff like that. Make sure he doesn't miss out on any goodies. Yeah, this right here is just ridiculous. You know, 10,000 co-op clears for that, and I've seen people just running really weak eaters and hitters in the expert co-op. So I mean, there's always an option and does count as a clear. Let's come over here to everyone. And as you see, we got about 400, 350 left on about both of them. You see Ida's at 656, 9,656, and Cater's at 9,657. So we're almost there, guys. What a press. Use Ida and Cater. You know, and I've been using Cater. My Cater's pretty gangsta. And yeah, she's just fun to use. Nothing special though. You know what I'm saying? I just think I'll be using her in the future, and I'm very sadly regret boosting her up. But the other main thing here is the bloom tokens. As you see, I've already gotten my 3 bloom tokens, and once you get the character's bloom tokens, they get removed from the list. So every time you check this list, all the characters you see on here, you need the bloom crystals for them. And I told you, I'm saving that one for Zach. I don't know how often these things are going to pop up. You know. So I'm definitely holding on to that one for Zach. I think what show off with bloom tokens, you know, once you do max out the bloom stone, you do get a passive. This one right here, and it costs 20 CP. And usually most of the bloom token or bloomstone passives add a shot and add effect duration. You know, for that additional ability for the passives, you need to get them to crystal strength 65 or I was looking at 65 and thinking 70. And 65 came out of my mouth. You will need to get them to crystal strength 70 for that additional passive ability, which will, you know, do stuff like for Warrior Light, it will add bravery into the party. You know, do stuff like that. For Cater's instance, it will add Blizzard or Ice Enchant to her attack. But how you max them out is just come over here, max, bam, 60 bloom fragments, and that's a bloomstone maxed out. Boom. So 20 CP, debuff damage use up by 1, debuff damage up effect duration 2. So it's just extremely useful, especially since a lot of these, you know, additional moves only have like 1 or 2 uses on them. You know what I'm saying? So, and their duration are, 2 to 3 turns. So it is really good to get these bloomstones for the characters you want. Like, I feel like I wasted 2 because I don't see myself using Laguna, especially since I haven't gotten a DX. Or cater very much in the future. So I'll be a lot more picky. As you saw, got a couple of characters up to 65. I think I'm just going to use the same strategy I did with, when the high crystal shards were released, and just get everybody to 53 or 63 as they're awoken, and then, save the rest of those crystals for characters that I actually want to boost up, like Zach. And screenshot should be going up. There's more characters coming. Other than what I showed in the last video, there's a new chapter coming out. You should be seeing a screenshot of that right there. And I know Eunice in the picture, but that last chapter is also gonna be Pain. How do I feel about that? Like, Pain and no Riku? What is wrong with you, Square Enix? What is wrong with you? It goes YRP, not YPR. Anyway, so I do believe Pain is Blue Crystals. Ooh, September event schedule. Right here, it does show up on the schedule. If you haven't checked that out, here's a quick look. Yeah, she's blue. Alisaie's last chapter, Porum coming. Noctis coming later on in the month. Mystery character, I have no idea who that is. I really don't. And then Selfie at the end of the month, which, Blizzard character. I'm gonna be kicking myself forever, but hopefully between all of these events, we get enough yellow high crystals to get Selfie maxed out. Because I love Selfie in the terms of this game. Like, you watched any of my videos, I haven't played 8 very much, so I don't know what she does in Final Fantasy 8, and how good she actually is. But, I do know I like her in this game. She's massive brave battery, massive healing. I'm anxious to see what her, additional passive is, and if her EX comes out, kind of saving tickets. I know my gym count super low, because if we come over here to support items, as you see, there's an item sale going on, and I've been stacking up all of these tomes of training, and current trend right now, we can expect, a new summon board next month. Most likely. I mean, they've been a couple of months apart. That's how they did the summons originally too. They're a couple of months apart. I mean, it could be pushed to October, but it's always good to have these, especially since everybody is going to start getting up to 72 and running those brand new cycle quests. It will be awesome to have those on hand to get, those characters up to level 70. Of course, Chuckable Feathers is always an option as well. But you only have a limited amount of those. It takes so many feathers, Casket. So many feathers. It's a ridiculous amount of feathers. Like, to get catered to 70. I think I had her at 62, and I had to use 12 of the high costing feathers. I can't remember the names of the orders that they're in, but the 4-star feathers. So I had to use 12 of them. In combination with like 5 of the other ones. To get her up to 70. It was ridiculous. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and show off this EX co-op raid. Might take a while. Go ahead, strap in. This typical party I've been in, 2 warriors and lights. I haven't seen much, very many Idas or Sas. I've only been in a party with 1 Sas, so how he got finished out before catering Ida is beyond me. I've been seeing Ida. I've been seeing other catering. Or other people using those characters. I've only seen 1 person use Sas, and he wasn't even at level 65, which I think Saz's additional ability gives everybody overflow. So I was really disappointed in fighting with that Saz. I wanted to give her overflow. She like hits for max damage like every move I do. It's ridiculous. I actually took off with buff attack speed because I wasn't thinking it was stacking. It was, and I need to go get those artifacts back. Right now, I have her equipped with a lot of trip slips and blue spots because as you know these new artifacts that have just come out. Totally messed that up. But a lot of these new artifact passes start coming out for those six characters we seen last month. You know, kind of like Moonlight with Sarah and Charge Fire with Vivi. You know, Tater has one of those as well, but it increases her Blizz Rock and Triple Slip. You don't really need the Triple Slip use count. You don't. You know, I've been leaving those on the table, which is understandable. It doesn't trigger an HP attack. You know, she doesn't really get that much play from it, and her dodge is iffy at best. You know, so it's not like a guarantee. Like, I don't have the confidence with her as I do with like somebody like Galoff or Edge. You know what I'm saying when you put her into evasion mode. It is quite ridiculous. Did I miss out on it again? Alright, this is one. Not too worried about Aurora. So next, we'll go ahead and use a Blizzard shot. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, she's just not a very useful, selfless character. You know, at least, you know, other selfless characters is very useful. Like Jack. You know, Jack is very, very selfless, but at the same time, he does a lot of damage and gets, you know, has a chance at consecutive turn. You know, same thing with Lightning, does a lot of damage. And now that she has overflow, she's doing even more damage than before. And has consecutive turns. You know, and plus those two have EX, which helps manage even more. It has none of it. You know, another character, Baby, hell, one of his moves doesn't even do any damage. But, you know, his just damage potential is insane. You know what I'm saying? It is, like, Baby is definitely the hardest hitting target character in the game. Let's get 153k damage with his double fire to a single target. Like, you just think about it. If there's 3 enemies on the board, that's almost 300,000 damage. Like, it was ridiculous. You know, but Tater doesn't have any of that going for her. Neither. I want those yellow high crystals because I'm thinking about selfie right now, and I know we got a lot of time to build up these yellow high crystals, but I want them now. It'll just put my mind at ease. I haven't raised, I did raise Shinkanto up to 3, but that's all I'm raising her up to because I'm also thinking about that. It will be unlocked with this second batch, you know, and everybody else and everything else. You know, I believe who else was in there that I really like. Ferris was in there. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go look at that screenshot again. But here's her Blizzard shot in damage. It doesn't do the most damage in the world, and I absolutely hate that. But I mean, it gets her a couple of free HP attacks. And, you know, I was expecting that do a lot more damage. I mean, it's like a special skill, you know, limited use. So you figured something like that would have damage breakers, you know, just something, and it's not the case. It's not the case. So disappointed with that. Like I said, don't waste the Bluestone on Cater. Do not do it, people. Do not do it. I just did it because, you know, we need Cater clears and And you know, nobody's really doing catering clears. Like yesterday when I posted a thing, we still needed about 5,000 cater clears. And here we are a day later, and we still need about 300 of them. So, I mean, people are using they're doing it, but they're probably not doing it in the EX mission like I am. So, let's go ahead and use that little last blizzard shot. And oh, I'm out of trip slips! No! That's my bad. These people are probably pissed at me right now. I'm mad at myself too. Yeah, so Ida, okay, there's clear. Go to the expert co-op and get clears with them. And the raid I was about to finish up. Using triplet won't do me any good here since our max brave is about 23. I had it up to 24, and this is why who was thinking our buff attack wasn't stacking, because I did have 3 in her max brave potentials that I got her up to. It was only 24k. As you see there, I only have 1 equipped now. She was at 23k. If it's a 20% max brave boost, I should be getting about 2,000 max brave, and I wasn't. So I don't know. Like, I was trying to scouring the internet and everything to see if there's stats. Didn't find anything conclusive other than Vivi as an example, because he does have that same artifact passive, you know, and they say his stats, you know, so you get that 60% damage boost and 60% max brave boost. Not that Vivi needs it, because especially until, you know, damage break, if it ever comes to the game, happens, you know, Vivi's just gonna be hitting for an annoying 9,999 damage every time. And you know, I think his fire plus is what, 2 hit, 3 hit, something like that. So you're only doing about 27k per shot. But this is what I was talking about. Damage score 20,000, which is what we get for defeating the raid boss. Boost, since we had 3 boosted characters, that's the time 4, and mission score. Highest I've seen that go up to is the 2.5, which is what you need to get the 200,000. As you see, this particular raid, we only got 160,000 damage to the raid boss, which adds up, or will go up that little bar up there. So, like, clear the mission as fast as possible. As fast as possible. You know, so yeah. Atlas expert cooperate. Ooh, I wouldn't mind following a squad. Ah! What about? I'll take some more veins too. Hopefully they follow me back. From here on out, every Dissidia video, I will have my Dissidia player code down there in the description, as well as along with all the other usual stuff. So you guys that are watching this series on the channel can actually follow me, and we can link up and do some co-ops together or something like that. Let's pick a sticker. How about an Ishtola sticker? If you watch my channel, you watch me play Dissidia, you know, you end up in a co-op with me, use an Ishtola sticker. But overall thoughts of what you thought of the raid. Is it too hard? Is it too easy? You know, I'd like to know that. Let me know down there in the co-op section, or just how your own raids and rewards are going. And we can go ahead and wrap this up with one of these brand new Yellow Crystal stages and just show off all the rewards that this has to offer. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. You can follow me, or like, share, and subscribe. You know, as I say in every video, and I'm pretty sure I'll have some kind of banner along the way to remind y'all to do that as well. But you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details will be down there in that description section. And I'm just gonna swap out. I just like having it charged yet. And I do these stages. But I'm not gonna use it yet. react, but I just liked it. No live stream again today. We'll start that up next week, and thinking 5 p.m. Pacific time will be the time that we'll start going live, and we'll kick it off with God of War Kratos going to Niflheim. So come check me out on Twitch next week, starting Monday. And yeah. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. I said like share. Oh, notification bell. See, always forget something. It never freaking fails. Don't forget to hit that notification bell if you do subscribe. That way you can stay up to date with everything that goes up on the channel. And look at that, it's like not even boosted. And that's amazing. So just think of that in terms of 2s and 3s, like just double everything, then triple everything. For normal. And that was a non-flower attack. So I think you get like, 450 or something crazy like that if you're doing a triple boost in these stages. It's insane. No, it's 225. That's what it is. It's 225 if you're tripled up in this, which I'm doing on my stepson's account because he needs a lot of crystal farming. This is the main thing I'm doing on this account right now. This little guy got, oh my god, he got Laguna's EX, he got Shantoto's EX. I'm so jealous of him. I wanted Laguna's and Shantoto's EX. Anyway, I hope you guys all did enjoy this video, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day on my draw ticket count. Yeah, saving those for something. I hope you guys all have an awesome day on this going out so earlier. Expect another video going up in 2 guesses at what that can be. Anyway, and I will see you all later.